Hey there Huskers, I'm here at the Nebraska Rifle Range where we are about to learn the ins and outs of the sport of rifle. This year the Huskers have a new head coach, Ashley Rose, who has led the Huskers to a great start on the season. So let's learn a little bit about rifle.
Rifle's very different than a lot of sports because we don't really play a whole lot of defense. You know, basketball you have offense and defense. Here we can't really control what the other individuals on other teams are doing during our competitions. We can only really control what we do as a team or as an individual. So each shot that we take is worth 10 points. On our monitors though, it scores up to a 10.9. In international competition or USA shooting matches, they use the decimal to add into their score, so you could technically get a score over 600. However, in college, we just use the integer. So if you shoot a 10.1, it's a 10. If you shoot a 9.9, it's a 9. So essentially, the 10 is how close you get to the center. Their target's about the size of a quarter, and the 10 ring is about the size of a ballpoint pen head. So they have to take out the dot to get a 10. We are an all-women's team. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that we are an all-women's sport. So we are a co-ed sport, which means like the University of Kentucky, Alaska Fairbanks, Murray State University, they're all co-ed. So they have guys and girls on their team.
If you think about it, our guns are probably, range from 12 to 14 pounds. So when you're standing there for 2 hours with it, and a lot of times you're not able to move or anything like that, you're holding all that weight. So you have to be strong and you have to be physically able to last throughout that whole time.
Strength and conditioning is important to us for a couple different reasons. One of the major ones is balance. If you don't have very good balance in our sport, then it's really hard to hold the gun steady. So we emphasize legs, lower back, abs to keep those kind of strong, so that if there is any type of movement that we need to control or our body starts swaying from the wind hitting us from whatever, then our muscles are able to counteract that movement to keep us in one position. A lot of my job happens during practice, and that's helping them build their positions, getting a solid foundation, and helping them to kind of improve their skill in that way. A lot of our sport is relied on what they know about themselves and body awareness. So I also help on the mental side of things, giving them different drills to kind of create roadblocks for them to overcome.
You go ahead and pull the trigger just to see what it feels like. It's really light.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's really light. Yeah, that's good. 8.2. You guys get consistent 9s and 10s?
Yeah.
What the heck?
I think what a lot of people don't get is that it's very mental. Every sport has its own mental game, but shooting amplifies on that. It's really like 90% mental. You're staring at this tiny dot for 2 hours, and that gets a little tiring, and sometimes it gets boring, and you have to be disciplined in that, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of just discipline mentally to be able to be awake and be cognizant that whole time.
Well, Huskers, I sure hope you enjoyed learning about the sport of rifle as much as I did. A reminder, stay connected to the Huskers rifle season on Huskers.com. For Huskers.com, I'm Kyle Benzion.